2.
How's it going, YouTube? Rangers, ready to go. Damn near ready to go. This is, I guess you could say, our second or third update when it comes to Go Busters. I believe this is only Ravage's second update, and this would be my, I think, fourth. So, but today we're going to bring you basically a review of not the suits. The suits are handmade, they're homemade, so we don't need to worry about that. The helmets are what we're here to talk about. Anikicosplay helmets, alright? Now, I stated in a previous video that I'm not quite certain if these are the first, or I'm pretty certain that mine's the first Beet Buster helmet that they've ever made. But Red Buster, I'm pretty sure that they've made at least a few of. But it's obvious after we received these helmets that we came to the conclusion that they may not make too many of these on a regular basis like they would, say, Dragon Ranger or White Kiba Ranger. So, reason we say that is because we have definite flaws in the helmets. Now, not the paint job overall, that's completely fine, and their attention to detail is obviously 100% accurate. The problem we have is with our visors on these helmets. I'll go ahead and let my brother Ravage tell you about his helmet first.
Now, you've heard him complain for a while now about the length it took just to get that helmet for him.
Oh yeah, 10 months.
And mine came, what was it,
60 days.
About 60 days to get my helmet. So that tells me that they obviously knew how to make these quicker than, say, that. But you'd think that if they have made these before, and I'm not sure, I've never read any of their comments or anything like that, so I don't know if anybody else has ever had this problem with their Red Buster helmet, if they've ever ordered one from Aniki. But as you can see, and you've probably seen it from when he unboxed it, he wanted to make sure it was quality, and obviously this is what he found. The swirl marks on the visor are all the way around. It's like when they put the tinting on, it got bubbly. You know, like when you fuck up a tint job. So I was upset because these are expensive. These are not cheap. That was my first problem, is how shoddy the visor was. Secondly, I opened it once to see what it looked like open and everything, and then as soon as I went to close it, it automatically started chipping paint. First time opening it, automatically started chipping paint. And obviously now that we've been taking them on and off, it's going to keep happening. It's starting to happen all along a little here, and even a slight bit on the other side. But my main issue is the visor. It's like, I can't even see out of it. I cannot even see out of this visor. And in a previous take we tried, I couldn't breathe. I had to take it off 5 seconds after I got it on. So not a lot of ventilation. I'm happy with the way it looks. For the price I paid for it, they could have paid attention a bit more to the visor. So other than that, I'm okay with it, just as long as nothing else happens to it that is from their doing.
Well, I mean, I pretty much have similar issues with my helmet. Again, the overall paint job is fine. It's got a nice finish and all. He said that he has a bit trouble seeing out of his visor, while on the other hand, I can see a little bit better out of mine, probably just because of the color variant. Other than that, still the same issues with my visor are present as are with his. Certain wavy lines, imperfections in the tinting finish. I can try to get a little closer for you to see. And again, I complained when I unboxed it about the scratch going down the visor here. I don't know if you can see that there in this light. Try to have the best light as I can today. I do apologize if it's still subpar, but best I can do. But again, yeah, the imperfections in the visors, buckled with the fact that it's hard to see and a little hard to breathe. It's a little easier to breathe out of the Beet Buster helmet because they do have breathing holes, pinholes all the way around the black part of the visor here. While on his helmet, I do believe it is just a line cut underneath the visor.
There's two lines simply cut underneath the visor here and along here, and that's not enough. That's not enough for me. I've been a smoker for about, what, No, I almost 16.
I'd
20 years.
I'd say 20 years or more. But aside
Yeah.
from that, I mean, again, if you do have breathing problems, you obviously I would not recommend wearing these helmets at all. I would just keep them for display purposes. But we are going to try to cosplay in these come March 17th, 2017, at the Cleveland Wizard World Comic Con.
Maybe we can get some in the can here.
I actually have heard testimonials from people on Facebook, Anikicosplay's Facebook page, to where they actually do offer the ability to put a built-in fan inside of the helmets, but it costs like an additional $150, I believe.
Why would you put it on these?
I have no idea. That's what I was even thinking. There's not much room in there to give, but at the same time, if they could do that, that'd be great. No way we could do that, obviously. But again, overall, I said before, our costumes, our suits are homemade. They're handmade by us, and thanks to our mother and several other people that we know who were able to help sew and mend and do things like that. The helmets are from Aniki. The only thing,
still the most expensive part.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, especially when you consider the price tag of $435 a piece for these helmets, and they don't even get to you in time. I mean, half the time anyway. He got his in time. Did not get mine in time. But aside from the price and the outrageous wait times, our costumes are near complete, but they're not complete yet. We still have a few things. Better belt buckles, and for him, he would like better boots. And I'm still waiting for my boot armor for this whole set. I don't know if you can see my feet from here, but it's just boots. It's not the boot armor is not present. So we do plan on giving further updates on these once we have more pieces of the costumes complete.
Like I said, I might have mentioned before that the gloves in mine are a little wonky. Whoever made these gloves, they're crooked. The fingers are crooked on that. I mean, these are, they're all right if I keep my hands clenched, but like this, pointing and looking, I'm like, I know I'm not from Asia or Japan, so therefore, I don't look for. I mean, I shouldn't be expecting perfection with my cosplay, but we've all heard the arguments and the testimonies that Asian cosplay, Asian cosplay is way better than ours. We got fat girls trying to squeeze into Sailor Moon costumes while, come on, but so, like I said, it's like for us struggling to try to at least look up to some kind of standards. I mean, yeah, I know I'm never going to exactly look exactly the part, like Hiromu from the show, or him Jin from the show, so you gotta kind of do what you can with it. That's the thing. You just gotta hope for the best and hope everything turns out right.
Yeah, I think what he's getting at is the fact that American cosplay, it's a lot harder to cosplay if you're an American, because when it comes to the place where a lot of these things come from, such as Super Sentai Power Rangers, it's all right there. It's local. They have the ability to do this. It's not hard. They're pretty much used to it. They have easier access to all of these things.
Yeah. And the knowledge to how to make them professionally.
Yes, very true. That, compiled with the fact that some of them just pull it off a little bit better. But we definitely try because we have a passion for this. This is our passion.
Saban is to blame. Saban's to blame. Well, you brought Power Rangers here, and then you decided to skip this.
Yeah. One last thing I would like to mention before we wrap this up is that we are proud to be an American chapter of Go Busters for the fact that Saban skipped the series. He should not have skipped this series. It would have been absolutely wonderful here in America. I know Dino Charge is really popular, and I love it, and it's really good, but I still would have liked to have seen Go Busters come before it, or maybe after. And now that I've heard that they're skipping Tokyuger and going straight to Ninja, which we are calling Ninja Steel, again, that's a big disappointment because I'm a fan of Tokyuger, as you probably all know by now. But this was the first and won't be the last Anikicosplay helmet review that we do. I do have another special video coming soon where I compare 3 different helmets from 3 different cosplay makers, so stay tuned for that. You'll pretty much be surprised on who the #1 our vote would be on who takes the cake. So until then,
Ravage Rants.
I'm the swordsman.
We're out of here.
Rangers ready?
Go.